Hello, and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called Should I Sell My Plane Now? Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe, like, comment, and follow us. Also, remember to click on the notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. I'd like to tell you about Hollywood is Calling. It's a great service that allows you to purchase live phone calls from your favorite celebrities, so check them out. It's something you can buy for yourself or for somebody you care about. A live 15-second call from your favorite celebrity is $19.95, and a live 30-second call is $29.95. So give it a try. HollywoodIsCalling.com. Now, let's get started. First question. Do you think this is a good time to sell my plane? Well, I think you should have sold it yesterday. A plane is a want, not a need. And that means that the market for planes is going to continue to soften as the economy continues to weaken. You have to keep something in mind. The nation is operating with a tremendous level of debt, and that debt is growing at an incredible rate. Every time the government prints more money to help people and the economy and industry, then that further erodes the value of your dollar. That means that today's dollar will not purchase as many groceries as yesterday's dollar, and tomorrow's dollar will buy even less food. Now, this may not be obvious at first, but when you see how quickly prices will continue to rise over time, then it will become more apparent. The other problem with plane ownership is that high net worth individuals start to see the value of their homes plummet. And as they see that happening, they need to raise money. And what is the first thing that they do? They start to liquidate their planes and their boats. The more boats and planes we have people trying to sell, the more their prices will continue to drop and weaken. And that's going to hurt people even more. Next question. What is the best way to avoid buying a stolen car? Well, when buying from a private individual, make sure the title and the registration match the name and address of the person selling the car. Also, avoid buying a car from a seller with no fixed address or somebody pretending to be a broker who just wants to meet you in some shopping mall parking lot somewhere. Avoid all that nonsense. These are huge red flags. Next, make sure the vehicle identification number on the automobile's dash is present, secure, and unaltered. Check to make sure the VIN plate hasn't been altered, repainted, or changed. If you doubt the authenticity of the car, then check with a new car dealer who handles the same model or contact a law enforcement agency. Be suspicious of any deal that seems too good to be true. Next question. Is this a wise time to travel out of the country on vacation? Well, that depends on where you want to go exactly. Now, there's a long list of countries that you shouldn't travel to now because they're not accepting American travelers or because the health issues are somehow worsening, or there's just too much crime to travel there. You should thoroughly research the country and city you want to go to before you make your commitment. What do you think is going to happen with the state of California and New York in the next few years? Well, I believe that crime will continue to skyrocket, homelessness will continue to increase, taxes will get much worse. I also believe that the political unrest will get worse no matter who wins the election in those states. Perhaps most importantly, I think the economies and the jobs in those states will continue to collapse and worsen. There are only so many jobs and so many people who can work from home, and if you don't fall into that category, then your employment options will continue to narrow with time. Next question. The police protection in my city has gone from bad to worse. Where do you think things will go? I believe that the quality of public services and police protection will keep declining in some cities because many of them have lost the political will to prosecute criminals. I believe that the level of police protection will continue to decline so severely that many broke cities will start doing to police calls what they have been doing to fire and 911 calls for years now. Right now, if you call for an ambulance or a fire truck in many towns, you will eventually get a bill for thousands of dollars. I believe that so many cities are now operating in a state of undeclared bankruptcy, and their tax revenue is declining so severely because of all the boarded up businesses, that people won't be able to get good assistance when calling 911. So, what the cities will start doing is they'll start charging people for police help. And that means that when you call them and ask for help, they will first ask you for a credit card number so that they can charge you. Now, just as many hospitals will refuse to help you if you have no insurance, so too will many police departments start refusing to help people without credit cards when they call 911. Next question. A friend of mine has been using the online dating websites for years now, and he's convinced that there are more scams on them now than ever before. He thinks that the dating sites are essentially trolling fields for con men and con women looking to scam single people. What do you think? I think that trying to find somebody online to date used to be okay a few years ago. But we keep hearing that most of the major dating sites are completely overrun with fake ads and software bots designed to look like a human is actually responding to you and to make people think that there is someone really interested in them, so they can try to get them to spend more money on them or to spend more money on the dating site itself. The other huge problem is that the dating world is overrun and it's become synonymous with fraud. It used to be that most of the fraud was from countries overseas that were targeting people in the US, but now that phenomena has spread dramatically. It's happening on social media sites, dating sites, and all over the internet. It's now so pervasive that some people think that 95% of all romantic connections you make online are fraudulent or criminal or just an artificial intelligence driven robot at the other end trying to get you to upgrade your membership on that dating site, meaning spend more money. I can tell you this with absolute certainty. The minute someone you've been talking to online for a few weeks or months asks you for money, a plane ticket, or an iPhone, so they can talk to you more conveniently because they claim their phone is failing, then that is almost a guarantee that you're being scammed. We keep hearing about these money, plane ticket, and iPhone scams so often that you very quickly realize what a massive industry this fraudulent dating business is. Remember, they always want you to send them something that they can quickly sell for cash or refund, like a plane ticket. The more easily convertible it is to cash, the more common the scam is. And whatever you do, don't bring them to the US thinking you'll have 90 days to decide whether you want to marry them or not, because 90 days is nothing. It'll go by so quickly that your head will spin. And once you marry them, the situation always changes dramatically. Next question. What's the best way to lose weight? We believe that the only thing that really works is a combination of exercise and a low-carb diet. Eliminate all the processed foods from your diet and eat only meat, fruits, and vegetables. Get rid of 90% of the garbage carbs you eat because it's all just really unhealthy. If it comes in a bag, a box, or a carton, do not buy it. Make sure you get a checkup with your doctor before you do this. But remember, if it comes from a factory, then it's probably unhealthy for you. If you find it in the fruit or vegetable or meat aisle of your grocery store, then it's going to be healthier. Number 8, what direction do you think Hollywood is going in as a business? Well, I think that Hollywood is going to start increasing the speed of the movies and TV productions that it makes. At the same time, they reduce the cost of those productions by employing virtual sets. That means that they're going to stop building large, expensive, time-consuming movie sets like they used to, and they're going to start building their sets virtually and displaying them on large LCD screens that are 18, 19 feet tall. This will allow the actors to see the scene in real time and react to things more effectively and believably. That means that a director will also be able to use this technology, like the Unreal Engine, to film more scenes in a day, because changing the locations for each scene will just be a matter of flipping a switch and causing the large LCD screen behind the actors to change instantly. It allows them to film a scene in New York City at 9 a.m. and then at 10 a.m. they can flip a switch, change the background digitally, and suddenly they're in Egypt filming the next scene. No need to fly everyone, like the actors, production staff, and the camera equipment, to Egypt to fly that scene. Now it just happens with the flick of a switch. This is how Disney's Mandalorian is being filmed now, and it's how more and more productions will work going forward. Because of this, you can expect to see more high-quality productions being done at a lower cost going forward. I want to thank you for watching and tell you that we're going to be having more great celebrity interviews and more breaking news coming up in the near future. So we want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell so you can get notified every time we post a story. With that, I want to thank you for watching.